Family, Shedeur Sanders is named the Cleveland Browns starter.
We got breaking news on the NFL where the Browns have officially announced that Shedeur Sanders will get his first start on Sunday in Las Vegas against the Raiders there. Dillon Gabriel is currently in concussion protocol, which means that Sanders will make his first career NFL start, as I mentioned. But last week in relief of Gabriel dealing with that concussion, the fifth-round pick just went for 4 for 16, 47 yards, no touchdowns, and that lone interception. I talked about that announcement earlier this morning. Kevin Stefanski making that official. Take a listen.
Las Vegas Raiders all right, within the last hour here, we have learned the Browns have named Shedeur Sanders their starting quarterback for Sunday's game against the Las Vegas Raiders. Head coach Kevin Stefanski officially naming Sanders the starter after Dillon Gabriel is still in concussion protocol. Sanders went 4 of 16 for 47 yards with an interception, filling in for Gabriel in Sunday's loss to the Ravens. He will now get a full week of prep with the first team ahead of the game.
So that's where we're getting started. So that's where we're getting started. Shedeur is going to start at quarterback. Dillon is still in the concussion protocol. He is improving, but obviously we got to put a plan together for all of our players, all of our offense, our defense, our special teams, plan of attack, and give our guys a chance.
Where's Stefanski there? He said
Wait a minute. I thought this clown said Shedeur had to wait forever with perfect timing.
I smile because it's like a moment you prep for and you are extremely excited for, but also got to realize that it's extreme focus, and that's what I've continued to harp on. But you wait for the perfect time, you're going to wait a whole lifetime. So for me, I've always been ready for every moment.
The Most High doesn't make no mistakes. And with that being said, Shedeur was ample and ready, and we know he's going to have a better performance when the time comes this weekend. But this is Shedeur Sanders, him responding to being named Cleveland Browns starter.
For instance, I know our fans have a lot of expectations and hope, and I would be doing a disservice to myself and disservice to the organization if I didn't feel like I am the guy. I did everything I need to. I'm doing everything I need to prepare to be the best version of myself as possible. With the circumstances, everything got to be sped up, and that's great. I like pressure in life. I'm just excited for everything. So, I feel like I'm the guy, I know I'm the guy, but, you just have to be able to see. The game got to speak.
Appreciate it. Now, given the situation, Shedeur didn't have the best performance, but he had an excuse that any quarterback would, and Skip Bayless breaks it down perfectly here.
Shedeur, 0 snaps with any of the starters in practice, sitting behind Dillon Gabriel, and before that behind Flacco, obviously. And remember, he gets thrown in, as you kept warning, into a game plan that was drawn up for Dillon Gabriel, that Dillon Gabriel was dinking and clunking with in the first half, but Lamar threw them a pick 6.
Now, watching the scenario with Shedeur Sanders, coach, it's obviously Dillon Gabriel's injury was fake. It was a facade. It was something to expose Shedeur Sanders in front of the masses so you can look at him being the incompetent one and not Coach Kevin Stefanski. Now, if we're being honest, this robbery was completely staged. You can see the footings of shoes that they had on, the New Balances, like they just came from a club. This was clearly orchestrated by the Cleveland Browns organizations, allegedly. Now, looking at more of the stats, it's obviously you should have been named Shedeur starter.
Wait to get a frustrated effort. Watching Shedeur got in today, and I told him he was going to get it. But I was thankful and happy and appreciative of this, and I'm excited. I was in tears. He called me screaming. And I'm crying right now.
There is no way to claim Shedeur didn't get failed when we're looking at offensive linemen's 3-on-1. We're looking at gimmicks being utilized. So it's refreshing to see Shedeur getting the job. Now we'll give him 2 to 3 weeks, possibly 6 weeks, the amount you gave Dillon Gabriel, and you guys didn't say anything. Us, we're celebrating. I don't care if you thought Shedeur's performance was horrible. For me, it was finally seeing a leader getting to shine.
Because there was good coverage. I don't find that.
Now you get the third down, from the 25. And he throws to another undrafted free agent rookie, that Gage Larvadan out of South Carolina. I didn't even know who he was. And I watched South Carolina a bunch of times last year, and I don't ever remember him playing. And so he's in the game, and I don't know where Jerry Jeudy is. And yet, that was a really sweet throw to me. It was right on the button. He goes to the end zone, and he hits him right here. Yeah. And my man Awuzie, who's a former Dallas Cowboy, third-round pick out of Colorado, he got his hand in there, but I thought Larvadan should have held on to the football because he got both hands on the football. And if he holds on, we're having a whole different conversation right now because all of a sudden it's 23-all, and I don't know, maybe it goes to overtime and maybe Shedeur pulls it out. But
ladies and gentlemen, now let's start the show. Welcome to I Smoke Hip Hop Live.
I've been broke so many times, I don't want to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas bless up on my...
So YouTube family, we're watching the beginning of a change that was needed. Shedeur Sanders is named a starter in the NFL. Let's talk about it. Go ahead and smash that like button. I'm your guy, DJ Bless One, the best one. Let me know how you like that intro. Some of y'all come from work. You don't want to hear all that blah, blah, blah. You want to get right to it, and that's what we're doing for you guys. So to watch Coach Prime in tears and say, he called me screaming, man, I'm crying right now. I want you guys to not go far and beyond away from what that debut was. No, it was not a special debut in the way that normal other players get their debut, because when dealing with us or guys like Shedeur, they got to do all this circus act around us. But nonetheless, we got our shine. That's why I'm happy. I'm not going to take my gloves off of the Cleveland Browns organization. As you can see, my jersey is still backwards. That's just for my liking and the lack of respect I have for the Browns organization. I respect the Browns fans. I respect the Cleveland, Ohio residents. I've given money to them, and we're going to keep it that way. What I am going to do and say is pay attention to the surrounding factors that's around this starting job. If you listen to what Coach Kevin Stefanski said, he said, obviously we have to get game plans ready for Shedeur Sanders, which furthermore lets you know he never was preparing Shedeur or developing him properly for growth. We've seen certain pundits say, oh, Shedeur is a 5th-round pick. He's only the 2nd string. You've never seen a 2nd string take first team reps, which is a flat-out lie. You've seen it in all levels of football. We've seen it in Pop Warner. We've seen it in high school ball. We've seen it in college. We've seen it in the NFL. No, we're not saying they always have to get first team reps, but it is alarming not even once Shedeur ever got the throw to the first team. That is problematic. How the hell do you have a team and you're a coach and you've never done that? See, these guys move the goalposts when it comes to us. Now, Coach Prime spoke on the Shedeur situation. Well, I already showed that video. I want you guys to look at something else. He knows Shedeur is being sabotaged, as I've been telling you guys. Coach Prime says, I know the fight behind the fight. Don't let that go over your head. Did you hear what he said? I know the fight behind the fight. Pay attention closely to what Coach is saying. I know the fight behind the fight, meaning I know the people that Shedeur has to go against, and it's not even the opponents on the field. Then he said, I know what's been transpiring behind the curtains. And we're not talking about Dorothy and the yellow brick road off to see the goddamn wizard behind those curtains. That's not what we're watching here. We're seeing people who are complicit in the sabotaging of Shedeur Sanders. And Coach Prime knows it. That's why he's not giving them the benefit of the doubt. You know I'm not either. He's not sugarcoating what we all are seeing in 4K, man, in 8K. We got 20/20 vision. Well, I don't got 20/20 vision. My eyesight needs to get better. But Coach Prime telling you, I know what's been transpiring behind the curtains. Then he said, and I'm just proud of him, meaning that what I said earlier to you guys, we can nitpick, we can look at Shedeur's stats, which I did call his stats. It was egregious. I'm not going to lie. It's not what we've seen in that young man, Shedeur Sanders, but I'm not going to pretend that I don't know what's been going on when we all know what's been going on. He's never had first team reps. You people don't watch football. So in your mind, Shedeur was supposed to have 300 yards that game. It would have been impressive if Shedeur even had 60 yards. The fact that he still almost won the game, like Skip Bayless broke down, was phenomenal. It shows you his resiliency. He doesn't give up. He doesn't quit. It's a contrast difference between him and Dillon Gabriel. And you're probably like, what is Blessed One talking about? Before I get on with more of it, let's look at the stats and be fair. So the Dillon Gabriel stats, the inflated stats, because people were overhyping Dillon Gabriel and telling me, but look at Dillon Gabriel. He was playing way better before Shedeur got in. Sir, ma'am, the Cleveland Browns were losing awfully bad. And even though it was tied, I mean the offense, when I say losing, they weren't producing anything. It was Sampson and Judkins. And once they became predictable, they knew you were going to hand off the ball again. They knew the bubble screen was coming. So that's why Dillon is 7 for 10. Anybody could be damn near perfect if you're throwing under 5 yards a pass. Knock it off. Knock it off. But if they don't know about football, they over exaggerate. And the 0 interception is not supposed to be 0. He had 2 interceptions that, once again, another football week, the defenders dropped the ball. So you're looking at it like that and going, damn, Shedeur is 4 for 16. Well, did you see the offensive linemen? And I kept telling you guys they don't like Shedeur Sanders. Did you see the offensive linemen? It was not the only 3-on-1 going on with the line only. Did you see 3 of the receivers? The weak play calling of Tommy Reeves and Coach Kevin Stefanski. They had 3 wide receivers, 4 different plays in a row, lumped up and clumped up together, right? When Shedeur threw for the 22-yarder, you guys didn't say nothing negative, because that showed you, oh, this guy can actually throw over 10 yards, over 19 yards, over 20 yards. He can actually throw it over the middle, down the field, something you haven't been getting from Dillon Gabriel. You can make any scrub look good if I tell you just don't mess up and throw this little 5-yard hash pass. But you don't pay attention to that. You negate that part because of your pre-biasness. And we know what is the situation that merits that, the complexion factor. We know that. You're looking at Dillon Gabriel through the season. This is Dillon Gabriel's real stats in 6 games. And people are trying to make you believe he's the superior talent here. 80-yard passer rating. You're telling me Shedeur wouldn't be better than this if you gave him 6 weeks? You guys didn't even give Shedeur a full game before you guys ridiculed him and said he's trash. Shedeur only had a quarter and a half, and you guys already wrote him off. Meanwhile, we seen what Dillon Gabriel was through half of a football season, and you guys still make passes and excuses for Dillon Gabriel. But you're going to pretend we don't know what it is? See, we're brothers, and we're happy, and we're singing, and we're colored. Da, 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 da. Give me a... No, we're real brothers, like right here in the pictures, like LeJontay Wester. This is deeper than football, and it's bigger than football. To you, it's just X's and O's. For us, it's let me pick my brother up because I know you. Don't ever put your head down for these folks. And when LeJontay Wester was done talking to his brother Shedeur, Shedeur held his head up high, chest out, chin up. Don't let these people think it's just about this dumb game of football. No. We play the game to win the game of life, not the game of football, and I will always be down for that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you love this energy I bring to you, go ahead and support us any way you can because the support is needed. As you can see, you guys are always telling me you don't get the notifications because when you stand on the righteous side, those powers that be will always form against you, but no powers form against me can triumph against me. They can't be triumphant, y'all, because the power of the Most High will win. And I'm going to tell you, being grass-rooted is always the best part of loving you guys and having you guys as my supporters. I'm DJ Blessed One, the best one. Love your family, love your kids. Stay blessed.
See and hate, I see the jealousy and hate, but that shit ain't gon' be straight. Hold up. I see it.